Hey guys, what's up? Today I got a UU match. This one is against a guy from Smogon by the name of EJ4R. And yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about these leads here because I knew he'd lead with Mamoswine because it was his first poke in the team preview and it was the only thing that really looked like a lead. I mean, it has Stealth Rocks and all that stuff. I wanted to lead with my Zoroark, and I wanted to disguise it as something that would make him want to Stealth Rocks, and Articuno was a good choice because he couldn't Earthquake it, and yeah, he could hit me with a neutral Icicle Crash, but you know what? I don't really appear too much of a threat to him. At best, I could like Toxic him or maybe like hit him with a Blizzard or something. But you know, he felt safe going for the Stealth Rocks, and then I just hit him with a Flamethrower. I'm gonna go for the Sucker Punch in case he wants the Ice Shard just to do some last ditch damage. But he's actually going to switch out. And then here, I'm finally going to get used at a Grass Knot. Yes! And of course, obviously, he's going to Calm Mind, not expecting Grass Knot, because Grass Knot is not too common on Zoroark. A lot of them like to carry the Focus Blast instead. Or perhaps a Hidden Power. But, no, I have Grass Knot, and it actually works out, so I'm actually kind of excited. I'm going to go for it again, because I figure I don't think a Dark Pulse can kill him at that point at +1. Because Grass Knot was twice as powerful, and that looked around 70-ish% damage. And after +1, I don't think, half of that will be able to kill him. It's going to do still a huge chunk to this Raikou, so that's fine. I'm going to switch out, predicting the fairly obvious Thunderbolt, and it's going to work out pretty well for me because Donphan is immune to it. And even though he has Stealth Rocks, after leftovers, I'm going to be back up to full, so my Sturdy is back in business. So I'm going to stay in here on Earthquake just in case he wants to Hidden Power Ice. I am not worried about it at all. He's going to actually substitute, which is fine. And yeah, now he's kind of in trouble because there's not a lot he can do to this Donphan because he can't one-hit KO it. I am going to Earthquake here. And his Donphan is... not his Donphan, his Mamoswine is going to come back in and get killed by my Donphan. And yeah, I mean, obviously if I had to set up rocks, he would have been killed, so he wanted to get it in sooner rather than later. His Suicune's gonna come in here. I was thinking it might be Crocoon, and that an Earthquake wouldn't kill it, and even then, he is faster than me, because I have no investment, obviously, and if he wants to get up a Rest, that would be bad. So I'm gonna go to my Zoroark, expecting him to, like I said, Rest, so that I can Intuit KO him with a Grass Knot, and yeah, but it turned out he's actually offensive, because he has Ice Beam, and later he'll show you that he has Hidden Power, and but he has Leftovers, which is good, because if he had Life Orb, he would have killed my Zoroark, but because he has Lefties, excuse me, he doesn't get to kill it, and I do get off a nice Dark Pulse, not a Dark Pulse, what's it called, Light Daze, on his Druddigon. He's going to switch out, well, I switch out to my Slowbro, and I'm going to Toxic him, and he's going to switch into his Suicune. I'm going to miss, and he's going to get off a Hidden Power, which is fine, because I know it won't do anywhere close to killing me. I mean, it is still like a nice little 2-hit KO, but yeah, I'm going to go for Toxic again, and it's going to miss again, and I'm like, okay, this is not nice. So I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to go into my Abomasnow, because I know all of his moves are going to be neutral or worse, because Hidden Power, Grass or Electric is going to be fine. Surf, fine. Ice Beam is his best option against me, but it's still not going to be too strong. And I can get that Hail going to cancel out his lefties. And just, this is sort of a pseudo Hail team because of the Articuno, but not really. And yeah, so I'm going to go for the Giga Drain. And that is going to do quite a bit. Turns out that if I had brought my physical one, that would have been a lot better because he'd have Wood Hammer, and that would have done a whole lot more damage to the Suicune. But yeah, he is going to go for the Ice Beam, and that's not going to really do too much. I mean, it is a 2-hit KO, but he is, I think, +2? No, +1. Yeah, +1. He's going to switch out here to his Cobalion. I figured it was safe enough to stay in because it's a Giga Drain, and I'll gain health anyways. And whatever he switches in is going to take hail damage and whatnot. So, I mean, it does do a decent chunk. Cobalion's special defense is nothing to write home about. It's like 79, I think, or something, 78, somewhere around there. So I'm going to switch out to my Slowbro because it is a physical wall, and I know that all of the usual moves, bar Stone Edge, that Cobalion like to carry are physical contact moves, and I do have my Rocky Helmet. This is my sort of trolling Slowbro. I really do enjoy this set. You know, I mean, it doesn't have lefties, but I mean, I can just switch out because most people will switch out a physical attacker when you switch in a physical wall like Slowbro. So I can just switch out, Regenerator heals me back up, and I'm fine. He's going to get the flinch while I go for the slack off, so that's not Very nice. I'm going to switch out. I guess he was not wanting to risk it. I was expecting close combat, and I was thinking maybe it might kill, but maybe he doesn't have it now because he didn't want to go for it, or maybe he just didn't want to chance it at all. Um, so I'm going to switch it to my Articuno, just kind of as death fodder because I'm like, you know what, I don't really need it anymore. Um, but yeah, I figure even though he could have HP Electric, I am max Special Defense and max HP, so I'm not really worried about it. He's going to go for the Ice Beam, which means he does have HP Grass, which is a smarter play because, you know, Gastrodon, and to a lesser extent, if he does use this in OU, Swampert. So I'm going to go for the Ice Beam. I wasn't expecting it to kill, but I figure, you know, Hail will kill it. I could have went for the, you know, Roost just to save my Articuno, but you know what? I wasn't really caring about it. Here, I'm like, if he wants a sub, I want to break it. I don't want to let him get a sub while I switch out, so I'm just going to do that. And if he Thunderbolts, he Thunderbolts. Whatever, no big deal. So he's going to sub, and that does work out exactly as I planned. Now, knowing that he can't sub, I'm going to obviously expect the Thunderbolt, and of course I'm going to switch out to my Donphan to be completely immune to that. I was sort of like, you know, oh, this is great, I'm going to have my Sturdy still, but then I'm like, oh, wait, he still has Rocks, and Hail is going, so I don't actually get Sturdy, because I'm taking two 6.25%, and I'm only recovering one of them with lefties, so that wasn't, whatever, it doesn't matter, I didn't really need Sturdy. I'm going to go for the Ice Shard because it's priority, and I know it's going to kill him, and that's excellent. He's going to go into his Druddigon at this point. And the thing is, I wasn't really expecting Ice Shard to kill me because I know Druddigon is kind of bulky. It does have a nice HP stat. I'm not sure what it was, but I know it's not bad. I know its speed stat is really terrible. It's like 40 or something. Anyways, but I'm just going to go for the Earthquake because I'm like, he can't Okomi. Like, he just can't. Even if he outrages with Choice Band, he just can't. So I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. And yeah, I'm going to end up killing his Houndoom on the switch in, which is kind of weird. I guess like he's baiting me to go for the Ice Shard, but it's like, what's the point? It's not like I'm Life Orbed or something. It's not like I don't understand that switch. Like I understand the switch, but I don't understand why he didn't just go to it in the first place. So I don't know. Just gonna kill his Cobalion while he goes for the close combat, which he does indeed have, and not the Sacred Sword. I think it's Sacred Sword. It's the physical one. Whatever. And yeah, he's gonna go back into his Druddigon as his last. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this Ice Shard to be able to kill, but I also wasn't expecting him to be faster. I'm not sure. But it turns out that I guess he does have speed investment. I'm not really sure. Druddigon is kind of a weird Pokemon. I've only really seen like once or twice. But that's fine. I still got a bunch of Pokemon, so it's not a big deal. I should have went for the Ice Shard. Just, you know, he would have Life Orb killed himself most likely. But not a big deal. Slowbro's gonna live. Not that it matters because, you know, Hail's going. He's got Rocky Helmet to deal with and Life Orb. So, you know, even if I had died, it wouldn't have mattered because he still would have died here. And I still do have Abomasnow and Articuno and one other Pokemon, which is actually a Snorlax. And yeah, so that was the battle. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was actually pretty fun using this little Hail team. I basically said I want to use Abomasnow, and then I'm like, I need to build something with it. So I'm like Articuno. Then I'm like, I need something for, you know, fire and rock. So I'm like Donphan and Slowbro and stuff. And that's basically how I did it. So that's the battle. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.